What's up, traders? It's Matt with Conservative Trades. Hope you guys are doing all right today, and I am ending the day up $222.04. So it's nice to end the week with a green day. It really is, especially with the time I've been having here lately. This week in particular has just been rough, guys. It's just been rough. But, I didn't trade too much, didn't fill out too many tickets, don't have super high commissions today. And you can see the last trade I took here was on GILD at 957. So I've pretty much been done for about an hour and a half now going on. I really only spent not even 30 minutes in the market. Okay. And to be able to come into work and make 222 bucks in 30 minutes, not bad at all. Okay. And so anyway, guys, let's go ahead and go over the trades for the day today. Well, let me go over GILD because I'll go over that first because this was one of the main ones that I was watching. And, word on the street with this stock is that it can be a very, very difficult stock to trade. So I already kind of had that in my mind. And I actually came in here at pre-market. You can see right here on the order book, I took 100 shares short at $84, and it tapped up here or it tapped up just a little bit and looked like it was going to have some kind of a pullback. But then it came back, and I went ahead and just got out. I was nervous. So that was just a complete waste of time. Break even trade. And then look what happened on the next candle in pre-market. Dropped almost another whole dollar. And why did I get in here in pre-market? Well, because this level right here, this 84.11 level, was a very, very key level. You can see when it first ran up, it endured some consolidation in that area, finally broke out through it, came up, but then just couldn't break the highs and had a major sell-off. Where? Down to that point. Well, 84.20, but roughly in that area. Came back down, touched again, 84.11. Down in that same area. So it came back down here in pre-market. I saw that it was starting to break through all this support, and I thought, you know what, let me take a stab at it. But again, I got nervous. This is why trader psychology is such a huge part of trading. Because if I hadn't been slapped in the face so many times here lately by the market, I would have completely held on that trade. Not only would I have held on that trade, I would have taken 200 shares. And I wouldn't have gotten out until it came, maybe all the way back up to, 84.50 or something like that, the $half mark. I would have risked basically $100, and I would have made 200 on that, almost $200 on that trade. Okay, and so, but anyway, guys, so that didn't work out. But when it came into the market open, you can see it got bought up all the way up here. But I kind of noticed that it wasn't able to break out of this descending wedge pattern here, and so it couldn't even reach the wedge or the top of the wedge, and it started coming down, selling off, and that's where I immediately got in. I actually got in right here, and then I got a little nervous. I think I shorted again here. I got a little nervous. It popped up. So I took out some of my shares here, but then it came down. I added back to my position again, and I just waited for the trade to work itself out. Started taking profit here, and then waited for this entire move. I really wish I hadn't even taken profit until, this entire move happened. But, I didn't know. Again, GILD, like I said, word on the street is that it can be a very difficult stock to trade. So I've heard other day traders talk about this several times. But it came down here, and it came up here, and I took a little bit of profit, and then I added back in, took profit, added in again, took profit. And my trade on GILD was pretty much done. I mean, you can see here, I pretty much caught almost the very bottom of that. So very proud of that trade. And I think the reason why I caught it right there is because of I think it was a daily level. Let me go back here on the daily chart. And yeah, you can see right here, there's a daily level that it was getting close to. Okay, and so anyway, caught a really good move on that, and that's really what this was the day maker today. And guys, this is what I'm used to. I can handle losing, $10 here, $60 there, $70, $80, whatever on a stock. I can handle that. But usually I'll get a really good solid move like I did on GILD, and that totally makes up for it. You can be wrong twice, guys. Look, I was wrong twice, okay, but I was right one time. And I really capitalized heavily on those shares, okay? Mind you, when I got in with GILD, I got in with 100 shares. I added another 100 shares. So I only had 200 shares. Bought some back, bought it back, sold short another 200 shares, sold short another 200 shares, bought those 200 shares, bought back 100, So we did this all the way down, just rotating in and out, 200 shares at a time, guys. So, and I had even missed an add-in on there. This would have put me up probably closer to $400 on this trade if I had gotten the add in where I tried to add in at one moment of a critical break, and just without going back through the whole trade again, it blew past my order. I didn't get in quick enough. So anyway, here on Roku, we were actually doing really, really well on Roku. I was looking for Roku to break through this area of consolidation right here, and it finally did. And then coming out of, or coming into the market open, I wanted to get in on this break right here at the break of this candle, but I didn't have time. I think I might have been on AMD at that point, but once it cracked below VWAP, of course, I did finally come in here and I got in, went ahead and took profit real quick there. I wish I had waited for that to play out a little bit longer, but took profit there, added back here, took profit, and took profit. And then I shouldn't have done this, but I went ahead and added in just 25 shares here. And I thought to myself, I'll add up to VWAP, and maybe even up to these levels here, because I figured if it does get all the way up here, it could still get a good pullback. Well, I added another 25. These are all just 25 share lots, so it wasn't that bad. And added all the way up to here. We did get a significant pullback, but it wasn't enough. I needed a little bit more to start making money off of this average, and it pulled back up. And I thought about averaging in here, and I really should have, because then by the time it came back down here, I could have gotten out with a little bit of profit. As it was, I had to take a loss on Roku. So at one point, because of how well I did on Roku, at one point I was up, I don't know, maybe 80, 90 bucks on it. But through this trade right here, I got out. I took a loss, and it put me down 60 bucks on Roku. So, but again, guys, look, I was wrong. I was wrong a couple times, but I had a day maker right here. So, anyway, guys, really good trading on the day today. I feel good about it. And I'm happy for those of you who listened to my recap video from yesterday. You'll know that today was a pretty critical day for me, because I told you guys, I'm getting close to starting to dip into the cushion that I have on my account. I've got the money that I have to have on my account to clear the pattern day trader rule, and then I have a cushion on top of that, because I don't ever want to get anywhere close to dipping into that. To where I would get margin call. I don't want to get anywhere close to that. So I have a cushion on top of that. And I always have said that if I dip into that cushion, if I ever dip into that cushion, I'm done. I'm done, at least for a while. I'm going to have to sit on the sidelines. I'm going to need to just take a break. And honestly, this market it's been kicking my tail pretty hard here lately. It's been rough. It's been difficult. Has not been easy by any stretch of the imagination. My strategy just has not been working that well over the last, 4 to 6 weeks, guys. It's been very difficult. Now, admittedly, obviously, I've still had a lot of nice little green days in there, but my red days have been bad. I mean, they've been bad, and I've been making boneheaded mistakes, and this stuff has been messing with my mind. And again, this goes back to trader psychology. This is why the trader psychology is so critical. This is why I launch episodes of The Trader's Mind from time to time. And I talk about trader psychology, because you can know about charts, you can know about patterns, you can know how stocks are supposed to behave. Okay, you can know about watching price action and knowing and how to read technical indicators. You can know all that stuff. But if you aren't right mentally, this market will destroy you. And I'm starting to think that that's maybe part of why it's been getting to me the way that it has. But anyway, guys, it's been rough. It's been rough nonetheless. But today was a good day. And you know what? One of the guys one of the guys that we have. He's a regular in the chat, in the live stream. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, consider joining us. We do live stream here on the channel. I don't have a chat room. There's no paid subscription to anything. It's nothing like that. It's free. You come here on the channel. We're here roughly beginning around 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Go over the pre-market trades and go over the plan for the day. I show you my watch list. I show you what I'm thinking. We take a brief overview of the markets. We look at the SPY, and would love for you to join us here. And then 9:30 kicks in and we start trading. But anyway, one of the guys who's a regular in the live stream, he came on the video recap yesterday and commented down in the comments below the video, and he said basically, he challenged me. He was like, man, look, just make a little bit of money and get out. And that's what I needed to do. And I took him up on that today, and I said, all right, I'm going to make a little bit of money, and I'm going to give you my word. Once I'm over 200 bucks, I'm going to stop. So that's why I stopped. I mean, could I have made more money? Yes. There's been some other little trades here and there that, we're looking at a little bit more of a bearish day today. So the markets are moving a little bit more seemingly in my favor right now. Even here on Roku, I was telling a guy before we ended the live stream, you can go back and see this. The live streams, all of the live streams are posted to the channel afterwards. Okay. And so you can go see. I was telling him, I said, yeah, look, if Roku breaks the 23, we were looking at this level right here, the 123.83, I think it was. Was it the 123.83? It was either 123.70 or 123.83, but I told him I was pretty confident that if it, yeah, 123.80, this level right here, if it breaks back through there, I said, you could probably take 50 shares out and, make a little bit of money on the way down. And sure enough, that's a trade I would have taken. That's a trade I want to take. I would have taken. And it broke 123.80 and it ended up coming down to 122. I mean, already, you could have scalped out 25 of those shares and made, maybe 20 bucks right there. And then, of course, it came back up against you. So I probably would have gotten out break even, but then coming in again, coming back down and losing those levels, losing VWAP, this would have been another perfect entry point to get back in, maybe with 50 shares and maybe make another 50 bucks. And so, we're talking, an extra 100 to 120 bucks I could have maybe packed on to the day. And, but I gave him my word. I gave him my word and I said, I'm going to stop. And so I'm going to stop. And we're going to come back Monday and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to get over 200 bucks. And look, like I said, sometimes it's just rewiring your brain. It's resetting your perspective. If you can come into the markets on a daily basis and trade with very small share size and really, make sure that you are controlling your risk really well, you can do this. You can do this. You can make 200-300 bucks a day. Okay. And so again, I'm going to try to get back to that. I'm going to try to stick to that plan. We'll see you back here Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care.